Hello everyone, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and this is a big day in my life. For those of you who have seen all of my videos starting in 2013 till present, I have worn one frame and one frame only. It is the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer in size 52. Now I've worn it in numerous colors because I pop my lenses in and out of it, but today I am going to place another frame on my face. Many have come and gone, but this is the one that has sparked my eye. It is the Versace 3199, I can't see over my head, color 5118 in the 53 eye size. I'm going to take it out of the box. Comes with the black. The women's Versace's come with a white leather case, the men's come with a black leather case. Of course, they all come with the card of authenticity. They all come with the Versace cleaning cloth. But this is it, the model number 3199. Of course, they also all come with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping from Italy. But as you have seen, I wear so much blue, and I just love this really rich blue and tortoise. It almost looks like a wood grain finish on here. It also comes black and tortoise. It also comes solid black and solid tortoise. But I just happen to love the two-tone, the blue and tortoise and the black and tortoise. It has the Giovanni Versace plate with the 4 screws. And of course it has this really nice pattern, the Versace Greco pattern going down the side of the temple. Rich color. So let me go ahead and begin cutting lenses for it. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses, one of which says Versace. I'm going to place it into the tracing element of my edger, find my stylus, and hit trace. So everyone always asks me, how does the machine know what shape lens to cut? This is why. This little stylus pops up and goes around and traces the shape of the right lens before moving over and tracing the shape of the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Versace frame, and you will receive 1 free pair of single vision prescription or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipts have my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for your purchase. So this is the shape of my lens, only magnified. That green outline, when I shrink it down, that is the shape of the lens. Of course, this is the right lens, which is going to be facing this way. That's why it looks this way, but in this direction I hold it up over the left. Let me take it back to the magnified section. Now, my pupillary distance is 31 for the right eye. It always starts at 32.5, so I'm going to hit this button and bring it down to 31. My bifocal height is actually 22. I forgot to write that down, but I know that. So I'm going to take my invisible bifocal height, the segment as it's called, back that down to 22. And I'm wearing the Ideal Advanced in polycarbonate. So let me go ahead and get my lenses prepped. I'm going to take them down here. Now I'm going to put them inside this machine. All invisible bifocals have a little laser mark on there. I apologize if you're getting some weird psychedelic effects. But they have two little circles and then the brand of lens, and this is the right lens. So I put those 2 dots on there. Flip this over, line those 2 dots up, and when I place that dot there, that is now my optical center where it'll be sitting in front of my eye. Do the same thing now for the left lens. I've just got to rotate until I find those circles. There we go. Come here, circle. There we go. And that is the left lens. So flip this over. On my layout chart, my Verilux layout chart, and I'm going to put the dot there, and that's going to be sitting in front of my eye. So let me take my lenses back down here, put it on the platform. Now these are blocks, as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to the lens while it is cutting, so I need to apply a double-sided adhesive sticker, of which I've got 2. I'm going to put the stickers on there, put that one there, this one here, pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Now on the back side is a little silver button. That's a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first job is to hold it in place right now. Now I'm going to change the layout part since I'm cutting a progressive. It tells me that that is my optical center. Those two dots there, which are hard for maybe hard for you to see, shows me I'm laying everything out perfectly. And now I'm going to hit that button and the block is now applied to my right lens. Let me do the same thing now for the left lens. This is going to flip over. Now my pupillary distance is 30 for my left lens, so I'm going to take that down from 31 to 30. My combined value is 61, 31 for the right and 30 for the left. Get that laid out just perfectly. The bifocal height is mirrored at 22. Hit the button, the arm comes down and does not place the block because I forget to put it there. So let me pull that away. Let me pull the shape back up. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not even paying attention right when I'm doing mine. I'm going to put the block there, bring that over to the left lens, and get everything lined up just perfectly. And hit the button. Now the block will be applied to my left lens. Let me go ahead and just dummy block the right since I started with the left. There we go. The machine likes it when both of them are done. Now this is the edger. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I tell everybody to go out and get one, put it on your kitchen counter, and then you can cut your own lenses at home. The actual cutting wheel is inside on the far right. It's the one with the white residue on there, left over from cutting lenses, but this is the roughing wheel as it's referred to. It's going to cut the lens down to its final shape. This lens with that bevel in there, the little valley, that channel is what's going to apply the bevel to the lens so it stays inside the bevel of my new Versace frame. So I'm going to take the right lens, and again the silver button is a magnet. It's going to do its job a second time. It's going to hold it in place in the chuck. And as you've seen in my videos, I like to call it the Charles because I don't know the machine well enough to call it Chuck. But I'm going to pull up the shape of my lens onto the computer. I am not going to polish the lens. I'm not going to put a bevel on the front surface of the lens, only the rear surface. These are polycarbonate lenses. And hit the button. The door closes, a clamp shuts. And then it's going to be, the lens is going to be traced by two white styluses, making sure that the lens is large enough to fit into the frame. It's going around tracing the shape of the lens at every point, and it's actually doing it a second time to know exactly where to precisely place the bevel so I have the least amount of edge thickness shown. Now I do use the thinner, lighter weight lenses, so there's hardly ever any edge thickness, but this machine doesn't know that I only use the premium lenses. Some people like to cut with the plastic, the cheaper, less expensive plastic lenses that I don't use. So that's why you usually end up with edge thickness. Now there is water running in the background, but it's only there to collect the optical sawdust from what comes off of the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic and high index plastic cut wet. Now my lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. My lenses and your lenses are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection built into the lens already. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes that never needs to be reapplied, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple of hours. Now up till now my lens was completely flat, just like a nickel. I could take it out and it would stand up on its own. Now it's going onto the bevel wheel to get the knife-like bevel applied to the lens. A very dull knife like me, but knife-like edge nonetheless. My lenses will be so sharp that if it could cut through a piece of wet tissue, providing that I soak the tissue in a bucket of water overnight and then press down really hard, I might be able to cut through it. Now as you can see, water has begun spraying on the lens. It does that just to wash away any optical debris, which we in the business call schwarf. Now that little arm that moved into place has a little spinning wheel on the end of it. It looks like a wheel you'd find on a Dremel tool. That's applying the safety bevel to the rear surface, the concave surface of the lens. Now in just a moment, the lens will be done. The door will open. I will open the door with my mind. I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with it. I can. It just takes a couple hours, but I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it, focus, concentrate on it, and then I can get it to melt. So I'm just going to make sure there's no more optical debris left. Tuck my lens in at the outside corner. Using my thumbs, I press down at the nose. It snaps right in. So let me go ahead and start cutting the left lens. Flip this over to L, matches the L I put on there. Put the lens into the chuck, okay, the Charlie, and then hit the green button. The door closes. I couldn't do that with my mind. It only starts there. But then the clamp shuts, and now the left lens is going to be traced to make sure it's large enough to fit into the frame, going around measuring every point on the frame, and of course measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so I end up with the least amount of edge thickness possible. And of course I have none in this frame. So I can go ahead and take the block off, leaving that red dot, which is not only my bifocal height but my pupillary distance as well. I'm going to go over to my Marco 101 lensometer, put my lens in over the red dot, turn it on first, and now turn the axis wheel to 141. That is my astigmatism correction axis. I'm going to spin the knob and I end up with plus 75, a quarter, 50, 75, 1. The unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, and goes up in quarter increments starting at 0, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, and so on. I need 3 steps of correction for my farsightedness. Without my glasses on, everything is too small. So my lenses, that's why there's a plus sign. It actually magnifies 3 steps. So that's why we end up with plus 75. Now I need 1 step of astigmatism correction. Now everyone freaks out when they hear that word astigmatism. It just means shape. It is not a disease. It is not an affliction. It fluctuates. It comes and goes. This first number, the 0.75, I need 3 steps to magnify to the correct size. Then I need 1 step to make it clearer. That's what astigmatism does. It makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So that is the fine-tune knob. I turn that knob to 141, but let me check. I now end up at plus 50. I'm exactly halfway between 0 and 1. That is because, remember high school algebra where you have to subtract unlike signs? Yeah, don't worry, I don't remember high school algebra either. But if I had, using today's terms, if I had 75 cents and someone had borrowed a quarter, I would end up with 50 cents. Yo, 50. And that's what I have now, 50 cents. So my nephew asked to borrow money so he could go to a 50-cent concert. So I gave him $1 and I said, here, take your brother. Dun-dun-dun, ting. All right, free bad jokes with every pair of glasses purchased. But the astigmatism correction is the fine-tune knob. I'm going to turn that knob to 141, a straight line 0 to 180 with 90 in the middle, 180 over here, and of course 270 at the very bottom. And all of it swings back around to 0. So I'm going to turn that knob past 90 to about 141. My left eye, I need 1 step more correction for farsightedness. It's plus 1, so I need 4 steps of correction, but again, I only need 1 step of astigmatism correction at 101. So we're going to turn that fine-tune knob for my astigmatism, starting at 0, going past 90, and going to about 101. Now, I need an additional 175 strength for my invisible progressive multifocal bifocal. It goes by a million names, but it is a progressive no-line bifocal. The reason why I can't buy just 175 reading glasses is that it's not strong enough. It's referred to as the add because it means in addition to what's on top. Now I need 75 for my right eye and plus 1 for my left. So if I were to add these two together, like for my left lens, a 1 and a 175, I would need a 275 reading glasses, a 250, 0.75 and 175 gives me a total 250 power. So let's go ahead and check my left lens. Let's take it out of the chuck, the Charlie, the Chucky baby, and clean off the Schwarf. Let me go ahead and take the frame, pop in my left lens. I tuck it in at the outside corner, push down with my thumbs. It snaps right in. Let me take this block off. Now my pupillary distance, the optical center, that red dot has worn off, so using the same 2 red dots that are here, I'm going to line it back up and place the red dot back there again. Let me darken this other one because I'll show you in just a moment. But I'm going to place the left lens in on the red dot on my dusty Marco 101 lensometer. And speaking of which, my axis is 101 for the left eye, so I'm going to spin the axis wheel to 101. Let's check my power, and I'm getting +1. 4 steps, a quarter, 50, 75, 1. I have 1/4 step of astigmatism correction that I subtract away, and I end up with +75. So that is made correctly. Now my pupillary distance for the right eye is 31, for the left is 30, for a combined value of 61. I'm giving you all my personal information. So I'm going to hold up my PD stick against my thumb on the right lens, and then when I look on the left lens, I'm getting 61 millimeters, so that is made perfectly. Now here's the portion in every video that I explain that while I'm cleaning the lenses, oh, I got to check the bifocal height of 22. Yep, that's made perfect too. Starting at 0, and at the bottom of the frame I'm getting 22 millimeters, so that is made perfectly. I couldn't have done any better if I had made them myself. But of course there's free shipping anywhere in the United States with every purchase. But for you, of course, these I'll have to adjust them, but for everyone else out there, when you get yours in the mail, there is a small chance that these would be too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance for everyone out there that one side is going to sit higher than the other, and I'm part of that 80%. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2 in the bottom of the 1, 2 in the bottom of the frame, being 3. I set them on the counter and press down, and this is the last day, the last few minutes. There will be no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. And I won't bore you with the adjusting of my glasses, but I flip them over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, and they're not askew in any way. Check the tension on each spring hinge. That looks good. Now again, this is the first time I've worn something other than a Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer in size 52. I'm treating myself. I'm going way overboard. It took me forever to decide what next to wear. So this one, and I'm also this week, the lenses are on order, I'm getting a Gucci. Of course, the Gucci case, the Gucci cleaning cloth. I'll show that in the next video. But I'm getting the 2248 in the color 4VD, which is the matte blue. And let me take it out, and of course, all Gucci's come with the card of authenticity. But again, I'll show you all that in the next video. Let me pop it back in there, along with my Gucci case and cleaning cloth. But you know me and my blue. I just happen to love this. This is the blue rubber, which Ray-Ban has in the color 622 and 8. The 622 is the black rubber, color 811 is the blue rubber from Ray-Ban and the New Wayfarer. But I just happen to love this dimple pattern. It's got the Gucci, usually red green, but this is a black red, and a blue front. And again, you will see me making, these are the frames you will see me wearing in my next videos, the Versace and the Gucci. So get used to these frames. This is the first time you've seen me hold them in my hands. And in fact, let me show you what the Gucci will look like. Take off my Ray-Bans. And these are the Gucci, which you will see me wearing. Of course, I turned my head, but you can't see that. You'll see me wearing in the other videos. Just for fun, let me go ahead and put on my Versace's. Ooh, that's nice and clear. That's nice. That's my new prescription. Oh, that is real nice. Let me look around my lab. I could get used to this. That's good magnification. Oh yeah, that is nice. So this is what my lenses look like clear. They are a little loose. I'll need to adjust them and get them where they're sitting level. They're only level because of the strap from my GoPro camera. But I'm going to go ahead and activate them, which means I'm going to expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now I do have the Crizal anti-glare coating as well as the transitions gray. As you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for all transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, all transition lenses will get dark on day one, as you can observe. They will continue to darken every day for the next 2 weeks, providing that I expose them to the sun, which is rare because I work from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, just to get all the orders shipped, and of course 12 hours a day on Saturday and Sunday. I work half days on Saturday and Sunday, literally just 12 hours. But they're also temperature sensitive, meaning that they just won't get as dark when it's 90 degrees and below. I'm sorry, when it's 90 and above. When it's 85 and 90 degrees and below, they'll get very dark. Just not as dark when it's in triple digits. When it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. No one likes to work 100% when it's that hot. Now, they will not work in a car because the windshield has ultraviolet protection to stop your dashboard from cracking from sitting in the sun, or your upholstery from rotting from sitting in the sun all day. This is the first time they've been darkened, and of course, as I mentioned, they're going to continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks. Let me go ahead and put these on, and that is what they look like the first time they have been activated. You will see me wearing these a lot more often. It feels like I'm committing adultery with my Ray-Bans. I still love you. I still love you. I'll wear you on the weekends, but I think I'm just going to try something new. So that is it. I really like the prescription, and hopefully if anyone has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut prescription lenses for a Versace 3199, color 5118, which is the blue and the tortoise, and the 53 eye size. Of course, all Versaces are made in Italy, and all Versaces come with a little serial number on the inside of the right temple. And everyone else has got the chance to see, where's my flashlight? Everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses, to my own glasses. Thank you.